What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for some trade recaps. So today I might not be done. I might come back with another recap this afternoon because I kind of just took a bunch of trades now, but I'm kind of thinking that there might be more opportunities in the afternoon. Right now, volume's kind of dying off, and as you see, XL just broke 950, which kind of sucks because I was thinking that 950 was starting to act as support, so I kind of got out of the rest of my shares there. Would have been nice to hold them. So anyway, let's go over my trades real quick. So I was shorting RMO and XL. Right out of the gates, I kind of saw RMO looking weak, and yesterday I was shorting RMO in the afternoon, so after it had the huge run up, it kind of started to look weak. So I shorted it here, covered some of my shares here. It really sucks because, like, if I would have covered more of my shares, like 50, like I only covered like a tiny position in my shares, like 1/6 of my position, because I was like, oh, okay, well, this is going to start to go lower, so let's but really I should have covered more, like half of my position there and then the other half closer to the VWAP, and then it would have been a nicer trade. Instead, I ended up kind of averaging in, so I covered shares close to my price that I got in at, kind of break even. So I was then in at half, and then I got back in full size when I saw this kind of rejection and thought that it would rejected the VWAP here. But then once I saw this consolidation and starting to reclaim the VWAP, I got out. So I sold the rest of my shares and was just willing to take the loss. So that was a little bit of a loss. Not huge, but like, $10, $15 loss or something like that. Anyway, I wasn't really fazed by it. So then I kind of went over to XL, and I kind of bumbled this trade right here because I kind of thought that maybe this area was going to see some consolidation and then another breakout, which it did do, but it ended up coming back to the VWAP. So I ended up trying to go long, and I stopped out. And then I reversed my trade and tried to go short here, hoping that maybe it would break through the VWAP and then reject. But unfortunately, it did do that. It just bounced quickly. So that's the thing about trading, is sometimes your ideas might not work out, but the point is how you cover, how you take losses, right? You need to be able to cover them quickly, get out quickly, and if you have cheap shares like me, like this is only costing me less than $1 to trade these shares, right? So I'm not gonna sit there and hold it. Like I only lost probably like 10 bucks on both of these trades, including commissions, right? Because I was really just getting in and out, waiting for that either breakout or bailout. If it couldn't break above the level where I was getting in with clear idea that this needs to break out, then it breaks below these levels, then I get out. And it's the same thing with this. Once I see it start to break up, then I get out, right? Once it can't break below the VWAP and it starts to bounce up, then you might have a VWAP bounce, and that's what I was trying to avoid. So obviously those were not the greatest trades, but I came back, a little bit later, refreshed, took 15 minutes, came back, waited for my opportunity, saw RMO starting to sell off, so started to short it at the VWAP, and basically was just shorting every single pop. And you can see the moving average here, along with the middle of the Keltner channel, are starting to show you the clear line of resistance, and where this kind of, every time it comes into these levels, it keeps getting hit. So that's where I'm shorting it, into these levels. So once it breaks up into these like this yellow and red line here, they're starting to act as resistance. So that's why I'm shorting into those levels. And then I'm covering once it breaks above those levels, showing that now those levels might act as support, right? And obviously they didn't, and it rejected, but you don't really know that's going to happen. So you need to be able to get out and then get back in if you want. And I would have got back in on RMO, unfortunately, because like I was already green on it. Like after these trades here, I was up like $30 on it. So then I started to go over to XL. And this last trade here was about break even, but I might have lost a little bit on it. And then I started to go over to XL and short it once I saw it break below the VWAP. So you had this VWAP rejection, and then I shorted at 85 and cover as it goes down towards 50. And as I said, obviously it just broke 40 and 30, which really sucks because it would have been a really nice trade if I would have just held those. That's the thing, right? Sometimes you don't know. I could have reshorted this pop into 70, which I probably should have done. But unfortunately, it was looking really strong earlier, which is why I didn't want to be holding this thing if it did start to come back up, because this thing started to rip, basically. You know, like you had like 10, 5 or 6, 7 candles in green candles in a row on huge volume. So that's why I didn't want to necessarily be holding this thing. But obviously you can see that the red volume is starting to take over, and that definitely it's starting to sell off. But we don't know where the base is going to happen, right? Because one of these times it's going to consolidate, and then it's going to bounce, whether it happens at 932 here and 932 becomes the new base, and next thing you know, it rips back up to 980 and then 10, right? Because look at over here. Look at how fast it went from 930 right here, right? So after this dip here, boom, right up to 992. So within 3 or 4 candles, it went from 930 to 992, which is why you need to be conscious of those levels, right? And why you need to be willing to take your profits when you hit those quarter, $half levels of support and resistance that you're seeing, and be willing to trade another day. It's not about hitting a home run in every trade. It's about learning setups and having confidence in taking those setups. And this thing just keeps breaking lower. Oy, man. What can you do? I left some money on the table on that one for sure. Like I said, I really don't want to trade it anymore now because I feel like it's going to bounce. It's already back to almost at pre-market levels. Man, I was hoping to get that fade like over here. Like if this candle, see, like when you have this rejection on a candle like this, you want to see this bear flag then move lower. This next candle here, you want to see it move lower. And if it doesn't move lower, then a lot of times you'll get a reversal, right? So that's why I kind of sold my shares there at the low, but also knowing that it might be looking at like a reversal, right? Obviously wasn't correct, and it rejected off of the 70 level. Gave you another 50-cent win, which would have been really nice. Obviously, if I would have just held my shares from the very top, it would have been even nicer, but you never know what's going to happen. Take your profits as they give in to you. This is about a $50 day for me. It's not bad. I had a $100 day on Monday. Yesterday was about break even, about down 15 on commissions. This day it's going to be about, up 50, up 55, down $8 on commission. So overall it's about a $45 day. It's not bad. But like I said, I'm not done. I'm probably going to come back in the afternoon around 3 and maybe do some trading. Maybe I'll go live. I don't know. It's hard for me to go live because my setup kind of starts lagging, and if I am in trades and my internet's lagging or my computer's kind of acting up, then I don't want to be, I don't feel confident taking trades. So that's why a lot of times I just do these recaps, and I apologize if you guys want to see live trades, if you'd rather see live trades, but that's what I can do for now. Maybe if I get a better computer and a better setup, eventually I can start streaming live, and I would like to do that, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like I said, I'll probably be back in the afternoon to do some more trading. Maybe I'll just sit on the sidelines and won't trade at all, but we'll see what happens. As you can see, XL is starting to bounce back up, right? Like I said, you don't know where it's going to start bouncing, and it could very well go right back up to 980 and 990 now, right? So if you're shorting it at 950 or 980, instead of covering down here, you're now back to break even. So you don't know. It obviously could still reject, and 950 could start acting as resistance, which is very likely, but you never know. So anyways, like I said, thanks for watching, guys, and feel free to come back in the afternoon to see me trade some more. Have a good one, guys.